everyone, welcome to my channel and today 28 of Die Cut December. Today I'm going to create an empathy card and I've got these dies. I've got a trellis die, a stitched banner die and some alphabet and word dies to create my sentiment. I'm going to be using white hammered textured cardstock for everything today. My card is going to be 5 by 7 inches and I've already stuck a panel on top which is about 1/4 of an inch smaller all the way around. I've got a bit of trellis which is going to go on and I've cut my sentiment here. And my sentiment is "We're here for you," because this is an empathy card. This is something you might send to someone who needs a bit of support. So as usual, I'm going to add some colour to my card. I've got a bit of hammered white cardstock here and some Distress Oxides, Chipped Sapphire, Faded Jeans, Stormy Sky, which are all quite muted blues, I think. They're not bright colours, they're not pastels, but they're subdued. And I think they'll work well on an empathy card. I'm going to start with the lightest colour and just do some blending. In fact, I'm going to get my grip mat so that I don't get my fingers mucky while I'm doing the blending. And start with Stormy Sky, the lightest colour. I'm not looking for an amazingly smooth or even blend. I'm going to cut the banner out of this using the banner die. So I quite like it to be obvious that there's a bit of each colour on the banner, I think. So when I cut my banner, it's going to have some lighter bits, some darker bits, and bits in between. And I'm going to spritz a little bit of water, not too much, just to give it a bit more of a textured look. There we go, I'm quite happy with that, and I shall give this a really good blow dry with my hairdryer. So I'm going to choose some bits out of this and cut them out with my mini Gemini. So my aim with this card really is to create something that is handmade and heartfelt, and it's thoughtfully put together, taking into account maybe the mood of the person who's receiving it, because I wouldn't want the recipient to be, say, overwhelmed with a card that was too in your face. So I think these colours work well. Keeping it monochromatic and clean and simple works well too. So I've got 4 banners and 4 words, and I'm going to have 1 word per banner and I'll glue those on. And of course, if you've got alpha dies or word dies, you can pretty much create any sentiment you want and really make it appropriate to the situation and the person that you're sending it to. You don't have to stick with sentiments that someone else has come up and created a die or a stamp for. So we'll do the usual dipping glue and squishing with deli paper method. So I'm going to snuggle the words up right to this end of the banner because I'm going to do something else with this end of the banner afterwards, and I want the words to all sort of be level. So I wanted to do "we're" instead of "we are" because I felt that "we are" would have been too big for this particular card. And I didn't have an apostrophe. So what I did was I took the bit here, the waist bit in the middle of the R, and use that as an apostrophe, and I think that works quite well. So those are done now, and we're going to think about assembling the card. I want to put those on this, but I think this is too big for this card and for those letters. So I want to trim my trellis just to make it a bit thinner. But I want to also make it look kind of natural to mirror this side to some degree. So that's going to go on there, and then these are going to go on top. But before I do that, I want to get rid of the fishtail at the end, because to me banners scream celebration, and this isn't a celebration card. So what I'm going to do is just tear them off, and then it will look a bit like torn tape. And it's just a bit of texture at the end. I think that looks quite cool. So let's stick this down. I do want it to look straight, so I'm going to get my T-square ruler and just make sure that the middle of a particular row of diamonds is straight. I'm just going to add this little bit of extra trellis. It will be hidden, some of it will be hidden, but I just want a little bit of extra poking out the top of my words. So I have decided to add a few little splatters. I think it just needs a little bit of something in the background. I'm going to mask off most of the card because I want to restrain the splatters to around the trellis, like that. And maybe have a little bit of scrap there. So this is chipped sapphire, and I've just added a tiny bit of water to it. While the splatters are drying, I'm going to add a little bit of card to the torn ends of where and here, because they will be floppy as they haven't got trellis underneath them. So it's only the far end that needs supporting. So my little spatters are dry now, and I'm going to add my first word, we're. See, I've got that little bit of trellis that I added poking out the top there. So that's nice and straight. And then we will do the rest. And for a subtle finishing touch, I'm going to add a few white Nouveau drops. I'll just add a little extra texture, a bit of gloss, a bit of dimension, just a little bit something else. Not too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That will do, I think. So here we are. A finished We're Here For You card. I hope you've enjoyed the video and that it's given you some ideas of some of the things you could do with the word and alphabet dies in your stash. Tomorrow is day 29 of Die Cut December, so I really hope to see you back here for that. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.